Let's now learn how to find the derivative of sine and cosine. We're going to start by finding the derivative of sine x. We are given the function f of x is equal to sine x, and we want to find f prime of x. We are going to find f prime of x by starting with the limit definition of the derivative. It's the limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x, all divided by h. Now we're going to substitute in that our function is sine x. So we have the limit as h goes to 0, sine, and then instead of x, we're going to plug in an x plus h, minus f of x, which is sine x, all divided by h. Let's now look at this term. We can simplify this term using one of our trig formulas. That formula is sine of a plus b is equal to sine a times cosine b plus cosine a times sine b. Let's now substitute that in. We have the limit as h goes to 0. Sine of x plus h is now sine x, cosine h, plus cosine x sine h minus our sine x. And then all of this is divided by h. Let's now look at our numerator and see how we can simplify it. Notice that we have a sine x here and a sine x here. Let's go ahead and let's combine those two terms. This is the limit. As h goes to 0, we have sine x, and we're left with cosine h minus 1 plus cosine x sine h, all divided by h. Let's now look and see what we have. Notice that we have a cosine h minus 1 divided by h, and then a sine h divided by h. Those are actually two fundamental trigonometric limits, and their value is known. So let's do this. Let's split what we have into two pieces and pull out the sine x and cosine x because they don't have h in them. This gives us sine x times the limit as h goes to 0, cosine h minus 1 all divided by h, plus cosine x times the limit as h goes to 0 of sine h over h. This limit we know, and that limit is equal to 0. And then the other limit that we know is this limit right here, and that limit is equal to 1. So the derivative of sine x is just cosine x. I always like students to understand this graphically as well. So I have graphed up here in the upper right sine x and cosine x. Remember that the derivative is just the slope of the function. Let's look at our sine graph. At x is equal to 0, the slope is 1, and that's what cosine is equal to. Likewise, at pi over 2, the slope of the sine function is 0, and that's what cosine is. And that same process happens in the remainder of the graph. Cosine is the slope of sine, which is why the derivative of sine is cosine. Let's now look at the derivative of cosine x. I am not going to walk through the derivation. I'm just going to show you the formula. If our function f of x is equal to cosine x, then the derivative of cosine x is equal to minus sine x. Over here on our graph, I have graphed cosine x and minus sine x. When x is equal to 0, the slope of our cosine function is 0, and that's what minus sine x is equal to. When x is equal to pi over 2, the slope of our cosine function is -1, and that's the value of minus sine x. And that continues for the rest of the graph. And that's why the derivative of cosine x is minus sine x.
If this video has been helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Keep believing in yourself and have a great rest of your day.